under their own constraints over millions of years. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know.
I mean, the argument here is null and void, because if you take the other side and you say, look at pit bulls, right? Yeah. They were bred to be vicious and some breeds to fight, right?
Yeah.
That argument is the same as breeding your dog to fit in your car, but it supports that, well, God wouldn't want us to do this. Yeah. If your logic is that we breed dogs to fit in our cars, yeah, then your logic also applies to the bad things we can do with breeding those dogs. And that we do.
Just regardless, it's, people, when you have one side that believes in something and they believe in it by faith, it's not based on hard evidence. It's faith, which that's fine if that's what you want to believe in. But if you've got the faithful versus the unfaithful, the only way to bridge that gap is
to sacrifice
logical facts to disprove or prove a certain side. Mm-hmm. You can't use as your argument. Basically, what it is it's a faith. It's a leap of faith argument he's giving. He's saying, "Oh, well, man, God gave man the intelligence to do that." How you can't prove that?
No.
And then you can say, and people can just, people, if they hear that, can just say, well, it's a matter of faith. It's like, yeah, that's true. But you can't use that as an
That doesn't
argument.
work for me.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That doesn't work in my world.
And it's not going to change how one side feels about the other.
All right, let's go on to the next part. So, the book title, you can lead an atheist to evidence, but you can't make him think. I don't even know if we need to talk about that.
It's just the kind of irony. That's what's frustrating. Why people aren't going to be able to see eye to eye. I could respect if someone that's religious can come with me with logical things to show their side. I could maybe grant them that. Yeah. But
it's hard when there's no evidence.
But the problem is there is evidence for. That's why.
If there was evidence of God, you think atheists would still be atheists?
Well, that's the problem with the title, the evidence. You show what evidence? All I've seen in this video, his evidence is dogs in a car. That's the way to refute. See, he did the banana. The evidence that the non-believers came back with in Richard Dawkins was hard evidence. Mm-hmm. Indisputable. It wasn't opinion. It was man hybridized that, and they did that. It was man that did that. So his evidence, his counter-evidence that he shoots back with is, well, God gave you the ability to do that. Yeah.
Well, God also gave atheists the ability to be atheists. But his other book is God doesn't believe in atheists. Yeah. So just there's no consistent logic.
Well, it's just evidence. I just find it funny that his title is evidence.
Evidence.
Now, I have no problem with, because I've had a lot of friends that are religious that I respect and have no problem with, and they've even told me, look, I know there's not really evidence, but it's about faith for me. I can respect that. But don't claim
you make up evidence.
Don't claim that you have evidence. There is not evidence for it.
No. Oh, well, the Bible. Well,
they can say you can't disprove it. Disprove God. It's like there's a lot of things you can't disprove, but you haven't proven. You haven't proven it.
It's the whole flying spaghetti argument.
Yeah.
With that. Well, flying spaghetti.
I can say anything in my mind. Disprove it.
Disprove it.
I have an imaginary friend sitting in the corner of my house right now. I can see him. He's a ghost. Mm-hmm.
I'm Jesus. Disprove me.
Yeah.
Disprove me wrong.
Yeah.
Please. All right. So the next thing is Darkwing Ducks. That's the Disney Channel believes in evolution. They combine Dawkins and Darwin.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck. So his quote about a civilization somewhere else in the universe could have designed life on Earth to eventually become what it is today.
Yeah.
And the thing is they shed a light on that as to that's what he believes. That's one of his main arguments. And then he said, all right, well the debate can be called Banana Man versus Alien Man. Yeah. That is not something he talks about in any of his books. That was one conversation with Ben Stein, where I'm sure, like you said,
from what it sounded like,
they just berated him with a question of intelligence design. Is it possible? Is there any chance?
It sounded like a response because he said several times, I suppose it's possible.
Yeah.
it's possible. That's the difference between an agnostic or atheist versus a religious.
They'll never say...
Religious have a very stringent framework of, this is how life came to be, this is right, everything else is wrong. Now, if you're agnostic, or like Richard Dawkins, they don't have a set thing. They think there's a wide range of possibilities.
Yeah.
He was just saying this is one of 1,000 different,
infinite
amount of possibilities. All he was saying, it's not like it was something that he had developed a theory on. He just said, "Oh, I guess it's possible."
Yeah.
It could be, because it is. And he used the term intelligent design, or design from an intelligent being.
Yeah.
They jumped to that and thought, "Oh, he's saying intelligent design."
Yeah. No.
He was saying literally
an intelligent
designer, a being that has intelligence, that can think, that even said
that is observable.
Yeah, that was formed through Darwinian evolution. It's a living being. It's not some metaphysical, omnipotent being.
No. Not a metaphysical deity
that seeded life onto this planet.
Yeah.
Just because you use the word intelligent designer, because he's thinking the Christian version of intelligent design, which is there's a God creator, all powerful, and that's the Christian God.
Yeah.
Big difference. He was just saying, granting that that's a possibility, and they try to jump on that, saying he believes in intelligent design. And
that's his argument,
and he thinks aliens did it.
Yeah. No. If there was to be a debate between them, there's no debate, because he will not accept any argument, any bit of information that Dawkins would have to relate. Whereas Dawkins would, like when him accepting
the point is,
chance of an
they use feeble, gimmicky things that people that don't know anything or know little about certain things, they'll latch onto. Kind of like with talking about dinosaurs and bones. Bones don't last for more than 30 years, so fossils are fake. Now, for someone that might not be an expert on bones, they might buy into that. It makes sense.
What?
For people that have taken a biology class and realize that bones ossify and they turn into their structure changes.
Not even that.
They can last for millions of years.
Not even that. You go to a graveyard, dig up a grave that's older than 30 years. There's gonna be bones there, and there's going to be genetic information in those bones, or carbon dating, or items that you can use for carbon dating in there.
But yeah, I don't know if he said anything else in the video, but
no, that was it. He just wanted to talk about. He wanted a debate, which is not going to be a debate.
That's the last thing I wanted to say. They seen a lot of videos with, especially Richard Dawkins attacking him, where it's like, how come he hasn't come to debate us? We've asked him and he hasn't come.
Well, he has a lot of people asking.
He has a lot of people asking. All I'll say, I've seen him on Fox News. I saw him debate Bill O'Reilly. I've seen him. They even alluded to that roundtable discussion against Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron. I saw that debate, and it was a horrible debate.
It wasn't a debate.
It wasn't good at all. It was just Richard Dawkins saying what he believed, and then Ray Comfort ignoring it and saying what he believed, and then Richard Dawkins being frustrated, thinking he's an idiot, and then not talking. He's talked to him before. He's not afraid. Most people aren't afraid to go talk. Richard Dawkins has spoken to many people and argued. Yeah. I mean, I've seen another video where he discusses with like a master's of theology dude for like 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. He asks him a lot. He asks him,
you get nowhere.
He's spoken to many people that are religious.
Mm-hmm.
There's
how many more is it going to take?
There's no fear
until
there.
He concedes to you.
Yeah, but if you're going to set the whole debate, it's like, let's make it Alien Man versus Banana Man. Of course, he's going to tell you to fuck off. I mean, the guy Richard Dawkins, in all fairness, he was sarcastic and a dick to him too, and called him Banana Man. Yeah. But he did that without expecting a debate. Mm-hmm. He didn't trump it around. Why didn't you debate me? I just called him Banana Man. It's like, yeah, you called him an idiot. You just did the same thing.
I suppose God didn't give Richard Dawkins the knowledge to debate Ray Comfort.